Good here. All right. Good evening, everyone. We'd like to call to order the Business Development Services Committee meeting, December 2nd. All committee members are here. Mr. Duncan, Ms. Miller here, various staff and public members, council members, and audience. We have any public comment? None? Reading and approval of minutes.
Move for approval as presented.
Second.
Motion is second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those like sign. Hearing none. Minutes are approved. Reports from city officers, Mr. Deerhog.
Good evening, committee members. I just want to highlight two things for you tonight, some projects that are beginning their next phase of construction. First is the Ameris subdivision. You've probably seen this by Knollwood, which has been being prepped for construction for several months now. They are set to begin home construction now. That community is going to include up to 90 townhomes, and they'll be constructed by Stanley Martin Homes. The homes there will be for sale starting in the upper 200,000s. These two-story townhomes will feature open floor plans, which start at 1,470 square feet. Homes will include 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a garage. On-site amenities will include walking paths, grilling stations, playground, and fire pit. The other project that you're going to see begin soon is the Brookwood YMCA. They're set to begin construction of their expansion, which will include a new standard-sized gym, 3 new classrooms for after-school and summer camp programs, 2 new offices, a new small conference room, restrooms, and storage. And all the new expansion will add approximately 14,900 square feet to this existing 61,544 square foot health club. That's the update that I have for you tonight.
Any?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a quick question. On the subdivision on North Main, those were originally going to be townhomes for rent. When did that change? And I mean, not that I'm complaining, but
I think it's gone back and forth about 4 or 5 times at least now. So that's the latest.
thank you. I think that's good news.
One other quick question. Crunch Fitness, is that moving along?
Yes, so they have got their permit, and they probably seen some of the dumpsters out there in front of the old Bilo store, but yes, they are moving forward.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
On to unfinished business, the ordinance to rezone the 2-acre portion, Fowler Circle. Your hog again.
All right, thank you, committee members. So this is old business. This should be familiar with this from last month. Seth, if you'll pull up the conceptual plan. So we received this just today from the development team. They've submitted a conceptual drawing of how they are intending to develop the site. Just to refresh your memory, what we're reviewing here tonight is rezoning the back half of this property for the townhome development that's shown in this conceptual plan. There are members of the development team here, so if you would like them to walk you through this, they are sure are more than glad to accommodate that and to give you more information about what they're planning to do. But just a high-level overview of some of the things I'm going to point out on what they're depicting here tonight is last month we talked a little bit about the spacing and buffering from the existing rental townhome community to the south, which is on the bottom of this drawing. The city does not have a requirement for a buffer there, but they do have city does have a 25-foot setback, building setback requirement. And in the plan that they're showing right now, they're showing a 30-foot buffer is what they're proposing that they'll provide as part of that plan. And then The other thing I'll highlight too is they've kind of zeroed in on the number of townhomes they're looking at for this project. And this plan shows 38 units that they're proposing here. So again, if you have any questions about this or would like the development team to walk you through this any further, they are available.
We need a motion first before we. Oh, yeah. Good. Questions then. Questions? Motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we forward this along to full council.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Like sign, hearing none. Forwarded on to full council. New business, we have none. Second public comment phase. Still none. Committee concerns. Hearing none. We're here in adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Like sign, hearing none. We are adjourned at 6:07.
Calling APD to order at 6:07 on December 2nd. Everybody's here. Public comment. What do I hear on reading and approval of minutes?
So moved.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Duncan.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Just a few updates for everybody tonight. Just a couple things. I just want to start off by saying that GreenLink is in the process of upgrading more than 300 bus stops throughout the region, including several here in Mauldin. Funded by a federal grant, these enhancements will increase accessible waiting and boarding areas and provide additional covered shelters at high traffic stops, benches, and other improvements. I provided a chart most recently to council that illustrated these, what they look like, and where those impacts will be. Of the shelter variety, we'll see 3 of those built in the city, one at the 510 and 601 connection, Lawrence Road and Forester Drive, and Miller Road and Old Mill Road. We'll be getting several bench, either the 4-inch or the 6-inch style. There at South Main Street in East Butler, South Main and Watley Circle, 600 block North Main, 500 block North Main, North Main Street and White Drive, South Main and Bethel Road. And we have several solar stops going in, which one is already complete over at Murray Drive and Hyde Circle, but we'll have several more going in over at Bilo Boulevard, on South Main at several different points, Miller Road and Rainbow Circle, Old Mill Road and Devonshire Road, Miller Road at Oak Park, and Miller at Murray. So, that's the one we already did. Oh, no, that's the one coming up. So those are exciting to see that those improvements are coming, and working with GreenLink to see what we can do to help expedite that process for our riders here in the city. When it comes to City Center Village, seen lots of progress recently. You may have seen construction is continuing of the townhomes on Jenkins Court. As of last week, 6 of the 8 townhome pads are active in the vertical phase of construction. Pads 7 and 8 may be delayed slightly as Long Branch awaits Duke Energy's utility relocation. Long Branch also submitted their second request for development funds as they have completed framing of the first 4 buildings. Their final reimbursement will be dispersed after final building inspections and issuance of a CO for the last unit of the first pad, which is slated to occur in January. Work is also picked up at the Pickle Yard. If you've driven by in the last few days, you see that it's almost completely skinned, which is great to see. The contractor's working there to take down the old sheet metal, and they'll be refurbishing all of that. Plus, their new roof is going in here soon. No specific timeline for completion is provided during our recent call, but it is expected the facility will be open to the public in late spring or early summer 2025. Duke began the next phase of their utility relocation project on Jenkins Street last week. Or a couple weeks ago, and they're actually finished in the last section now. This will involve the installation of new utility poles to transfer overhead utility services from the south side to the north side. Once Duke has relocated power, AT&T and Spectrum will be able to remove and relocate their services. All relocations should be completed by the end of December. Lastly, with regards to city center, streetscaping activities will be starting back up here soon. Once all the utilities are transferred and removed, Co-Transco will be able to complete the installation of the stormwater service lines to Highway 276. Once they do that, all remaining road work and sidewalks will be completed in a relatively short order. The goal is to have the majority of the road work completed by the end of this calendar year in preparation for railroad signalization to occur in January. If everything holds true and the weather holds out, we could see streetscaping phase 1 be fully finished by the end of January or the first week or so of February. So excited about that. And my last update is just on the stadium project. Due diligence activities continue for the stadium project. Staff is working with McCullers Group, which is the consultant for GPS, to finalize the team's parking and traffic management plan. We hope to have the final plan by the 20th. Greenville Pro Soccer has until December 23rd to complete its due diligence activities and issue its notification to the parties of acceptance or rejection of the property. If no notice is received, the property is deemed acceptable. The city does have an additional 30-day review period if needed, but nothing so far has been provided or discovered that has any cause for any concerns of staff at this point. So that process is going smoothly.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan. Any questions for Seth? All right, then we're going to go ahead and move to unfinished business, of which there is none. That brings us to new business discussion on Cultural Center Theater Program.
Thank you, sir. So just wanted to kind of give everyone, give the committee and other council members who may be in attendance, just kind of an overview of where the theater program is going and some of the things that we're looking to expand upon in this upcoming year. As you may recall, in the last few years, we've done a season reveal, which is almost a production in of itself, where we unveil the upcoming theater shows and programming that both adults and the youth will have an opportunity to partake in. And so with this season reveal, one of the things that our theater manager, which is Christopher Parker, who's in attendance tonight, was going to do was share more of the vision of kind of where the program's going, what we anticipate doing in the next year and beyond, as a way of continuing to build upon the successes that we've seen and to continue growing our local talent of youth here in our theater program and in our community. So provided to council was just kind of a brief summary of what they'll be talking about, but the focus is really on maintaining the artistic excellence, expanding community engagement, and enhancing youth programming to ensure financial sustainability and fostering a diverse and inclusive environment. We hope to build on relationships with local businesses and corporations for potential sponsorships and collaborations in the future. We've had a very good success this year of receiving some sponsorships for the first time in maybe a long time for some of those shows. And so it was really exciting to see that. And we want to continue building on that. Ultimately, the goal is that the Cultural Center, which is home of the Mauldin Theater Company, which is the city's in-house theater program and is funded primarily through the city, is that we want to set ambitious goals for the upcoming season, build upon our extraordinary success, and also it was recently named the best of the upstate for community theater. And so we want to build upon that expectation. And so with that, we are looking at doing several different things this upcoming year. First is the separation of the Mauldin Theater Company and youth theater. So really it's about distinguishing the two different elements of what we're doing and making sure that we're speaking to both audiences and understand and help them understand how we're working and utilizing both. So distinct programming creates separate programming for the theater company and then the youth theater to better cater to those specific needs. And then an educational focus, emphasize the educational aspects of the youth theater program, providing opportunities for growth and development. Expansion of educational programming, so increase performance opportunities, the number and variety of opportunities for the youth theater throughout the year, and also cater to a wider range within the youth theater program to accommodate different skill levels and interest. And using both in-house and contracted instructors, it's really trying to develop a well-rounded kind of a bench of talent that can then come out and and participate in our more senior programs and cultivate that interest at a younger age. So, and what was interesting about that is this most recent show that we had, which was Sweeney Todd, and I hope everyone had a chance to go see it because it was a phenomenal show. But we had over 200 people try out for Sweeney Todd, which was the largest tryout we've ever had for a show, and it was our biggest producing uh, box office sales to date of any show we've done. Over $33,000 in sales for tickets for 3 week run of Sweeney Todd. And so tremendous success we're having in the theater program, and we want to just continue building upon that. We're looking to revise some of the summer camps, adjust the schedule to be based on parent feedback. So listening to that customer client there, continue to improve the quality, focusing on improving overall quality and experience of the camps, and then expanding opportunities, creating a space where kids with disabilities have the opportunity to get involved with our camps and perform on the big stage. And so inclusiveness was something that council wanted us to look at throughout our programming. So that's something that we're going to be emphasizing in this next year as well. A few other updates. We're going to be looking at a very aggressive sponsorship goal. So getting additional resources from the community and the business community to help support these programs and the shows that we're doing. Dynamic pricing, making sure that what we are charging is both proportional into the show that we're doing, and so that way the ROI is makes sense in what we're doing, but making sure that main stage shows, which are our bigger budget from a production standpoint, are being sustained. Not necessarily always 100% by the ticket sales, but at least significantly by the ticket sales. Same thing with youth shows, making sure that those are priced appropriately. Elevating experiences, and again, it's quality, innovation, and new experiences. And that we believe by implementing these changes that the Mauldin Theater Company, our theater program, can provide a more focused and enriching experience for both patrons, performers, while also expanding its educational offerings, financial resources, and revenue generation. Additionally, the Mauldin Theater Company position itself as a leader in the local arts community by offering innovative and high quality program, which is our goal, ultimate goal of the Cultural Center in general, is to make it a destination place, a place when you say, hey, what do I want to do? It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. What is there to do in Mauldin? Check out what we have at the Cultural Center because we've got a production on the stage or we've got programming for the kids and things like that. So we want it to be an active, engaging space for the community and be that tourism hub for City Center that it can be. Lastly, the we're going to kind of talk about at season reveal, just the overall structure of how everything works and what's its focus. But the big focuses are the Mauldin Theater Company, which is our main programming hub for the Cultural Center Theater. So those are our big productions like Sweeney Todd and all the fun, fantastic ones like that. But then also the theater, the youth theater, which is really about giving an opportunity to younger voices and younger talents to increase their talent, but then also give them an opportunity to be on the stage and do some great productions as well. And then our Spotlight series, we're going to continue the Spotlight series, which is focused on more up and coming artists and more kind of variety shows, things that aren't quite theater, that aren't quite youth, but things that will engage a variety of audiences. It could be comedians, spoken word artists, tribute performances, Mauldin City singers, things like that. That's going to draw people in to come in and engage the Cultural Center and our theater through through different means. And then lastly, I don't want to give anything away for season reveal because it is such a great event. I do want to mention, and I forgot my notes on this, I left them upstairs, but season reveal will be in January. It's going to be a ticketed event this year, which is the first time ever. It's a gala event. And so it's going to be, think Hollywood meets the Tonys meets theater / City of Mauldin. So it's going to be a fun extravaganza. It's going to be something that if you miss it, you're going to hate that you weren't there. So we'll have out more details here soon. It will be a ticketed event. There will be hors d'oeuvres and light refreshments, including, I believe, 2 drink tickets for those age 21 and up. But it's going to be a fabulous time. So get your suit ready, your tux ready, your high heels ready, because it's going to be a fun evening that you don't want to miss. And we will highlight all of what the theater has been doing, what we hope to do in the future, and then also reveal the next year's theme, which is, I left it upstairs. Because this year was Shatter Expectations. Next year is so appreciate what Christopher's done with the program, where it's going. He's here tonight. I asked him if he could come and just, if there was any questions or any ideas that council had, he could hear those or respond to those. But we're excited about the future of the theater company. I promise to keep the show lineup to myself. And luckily, I forgot what most of them are, but there's one show that I'm excited about, and I can't wait. It's going to be a great season reveal. It's going to be another great season, and folks are not going to want to miss season at Mauldin Theater Company, at Mauldin Cultural Center. So, yep, that's what I have for that.
You said it so many times, I thought you were going to say that the theme for the next season was I left it upstairs, and I that meant.
But
Christopher, do you want to get up and say anything and talk about it from your perspective? By the way, I have had a number of people come up to me at events at the Cultural Center, mention you by name. It is very rare that we have people mentioned by name, but everybody has talked about the incredible job that you're doing, and I just wanted to say thank you before you say anything else.
Thank you, Tapter. I appreciate that. And thank you, Seth, especially for this opportunity. I'm very excited about what's coming with the Mauldin Theater Company and at the Mauldin Culture Center as well. And what's so special about this theater and that it has grown a lot in the past 2 years. So really defining of where can we go? What does the future look like is very important to me and everyone at the Cultural Center. But also we couldn't do it without the help of course, the city council and the city of Mauldin. So we're very appreciative of that as well. And people do see that and it does not go unnoticed. And I would like to say majority of those people are very jealous of our relationship with the city. It's very unheard of when I've gone to different events with the other theater leaders and they're like, you get what from the city? And I'm like, don't worry about it. Or sometimes I don't want to say anything because I'm like, oh no, I don't want them to get upset. But yeah, I'm very excited. We are kind of just taking the lead on what we've seen and what people have said to us, things that they have commented on, and kind of continuing on with that success, but also continuing to grow. And a big part of that was, okay, our youth program, that's where it started, and we needed to take a couple years to kind of redevelop the community side of things because it was just at a standstill. And now that we've gotten that to a place that we are now, it's kind of to go back to the youth theater side of things to say, okay, how can we elevate this program compared to all the other youth programs that are already out there? So you're going to see a lot of that, especially at the season reveal January 24th, with your tux and high heels, as Seth says. And so that's kind of the direction that we're going without going too deep into it. And with our season reveal, like I said, it's a red carpeted event. We're going to have, some food. We have drink opportunities and stuff there. And it's going to be probably the biggest performance of the year. I talked to people about it and they said, we just love how extra you guys are over there because it is so unheard of. To the point that my friend is coming from Atlanta who's been on Broadway in a few shows to come perform with us to help reveal the season. So very excited. So that announcement will be soon. But I just wanted to make sure I personally said thank you so much for the opportunity and to serve the city of Mauldin and beyond. We get people from Chicago that's come to see Sweeney Todd. We had someone come from Tennessee to see Porcelain because they say y'all producing things that people won't do or are too scared to do. So thank you so much.
Does anybody have anything for Christopher or for Seth? Mr. Crowley.
Just I want to say I really looked through and like the plan strategy. One thing I felt a little bad about was the raising of the prices, but I understand that our costs go up, costs have to go up. I think it's really good that you're looking forward and that you're working on a strategy. And I just want to say I really appreciate what you're doing. Thank you.
Mr. Steenbeck.
Wanted to echo saying thank you. The leadership is obvious and I really appreciate that. I won't comment on what it says about the community that the mass murder show was the top grossing show, but that's pretty cool too. So congratulations on that. But yeah, thank you for your leadership and your vision. We really appreciate it, and I'm excited to see. Although, you know, all inclusive, that means I don't have to wear a tux. Well, I don't know. It sounds like you're pushing me that way. Okay. Thanks. That's it.
Anything else? And Seth, we like you too. Yeah. Public comment. Hearing none, committee concerns. That just gives us one more piece of business.
Motion to adjourn.
We have a
Second.
motion and a second. Is there discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and we are adjourned at 6:26.
Trying to lobby for down here. You know, we're already here, right?